So I just want to talk about COVID a bit real quick and sort of the means of transmission. Everybody talks about, don't touch your face, don't, touch things, sanitize, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Oh, there's so many different things people are saying right now. And it seems like everybody's an expert and yet nobody knows anything all at the same time. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're seeing as the primary means of transmission and why that might be important to us in the biopharma community?
Yeah, sure. Well, when we think about the virus, we immediately think about contact transmission, touching our face, close proximity to one another, the droplets that are released from our mouths when we talk. What we don't realize is the aerosolized transmission, and that's really the unseen danger. When we talk, when we have a conversation like we are today, and if I was in the room with somebody close to me and I was infected, their likelihood of getting infected is high. However, what happens to the people outside of the 6-foot circumference that we're in? When we talk, these droplets, which are called droplets, are about 5 micron in size or larger. As they desiccate in time, which they desiccate fairly quickly, they become droplet nuclei. And droplet nuclei is between 2.5 micron to 0.129 micron in size. This is at which point the virus now becomes aerosolized. This is the transmission that actually causes the most severe cases. Now, why is that? When we breathe in these droplet nuclei, our mucous membranes can no longer filter out those particles because they're so tiny, which means they go deep down into our lungs, into our air sacs, creating lower respiratory tract infections. And that's not what people are really focusing on right now. They're focusing on, again, mainly the contact transmission. Masks, social distancing, hand sanitization, don't touch your face. Yes, while that's a danger, the aerosolized transmission is a severe risk that we have to be aware of.
Okay.
And that's really what we've been educating people on.
Yeah. I'm in this world where maybe we're a little bit more technical than some other, I don't know, industries. So I'm pretty aware of the idea of aerosolization, but I guess something that maybe you guys are really putting off is sort of, if you will, it's almost like a residual aerosolization, or because, people know that if you're close, there's droplets and there's air, there's like all of the above, right? When you're close. So are we talking about the stuff that's staying in the room after, somebody walks away, or what are we talking about?
Exactly. So when these droplets become droplet nuclei, they actually stay in the air. So they remain suspended for up to 3 hours. And they linger in the air. So anybody that's in that room that the infected person was in, sneezed, coughed, talked, whatever it may be, even if they're wearing a mask, people think you're wearing a mask, well, it's going to protect everything. It's not, because the mask is not fit tested. You still have gaps on the side. As you know, you cough, you sneeze, it's going to get projected. So yes, it will impact and infect, unfortunately, those in the surrounding area. And like I said, as it remains suspended in the air for quite some time, this means of transmission can occur for a long period of time. And what we're looking to do is mitigate that transmission risk as best as we can with technology.